Hello, folks. Welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam. We're doing this with my mom, Gina.
He's the journalist.
And she's the enthusiast.
I really am not that enthusiastic about the cold. It is cold today.
It's really cold today.
Just because there's no snow out here, don't let it fool you. It's freezing
the Midwest,
outside.
and it is always cold in January.
Yes,
and so we are excited to give you the show today because we are giving you the newest NFL updates when it comes to the playoffs. And now we're at that time of the year where every game literally matters because you don't have the next day if you lose.
It's one and done.
It's one and done. And so the best NFL football will be played from here on out.
Yes.
And so it's going to be really exciting to see.
January Madness. You got March Madness, we got January
Madness, correct. And so we're going to go ahead and break down both sides of the draw here with the AFC and the NFC. And we're going to tell you the matchups for both. And then we'll give you a little bit of prediction and analysis for it. And we'll just see what happens because we've got we have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday of this weekend coming up, both for both sides of the draw, and so we're excited. So go ahead and list off who the first round buys are for the AFC right now.
For the AFC, all right. Well, let's talk. We do enjoy the AFC.
Yes.
Well, the Patriots ended up with the #1 spot, so they get a first week bye, which is super important when you're talking about resting your players, getting ready to go one and done. So not only do they get the first week bye, they have home field advantage throughout.
Right.
So the first team that has to play them has to play them there. But anywhere deeper they go into the rounds, they get home field advantage. But #2, coming for that #2 spot is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Correct.
Yes. So we also get a first week bye, and we get the first round
home field advantage. We get our first
so whoever comes to us has to play us here
in Arrowhead.
So we need somebody to knock out the Patriots because then we get the rest of it home field advantage. So there we go.
Right.
But then the rest of the AFC. Right now you've got Miami, who has to go and play against Pittsburgh, playing for their lives. And then you've got Oakland, who has to go play at the Texans, which surprised me because Oakland has the better record, but they're the lower seed.
Yes, they're the fifth seed, so therefore they have to play the fourth seed, which is Houston, that's where the Chiefs were sitting at.
Right.
This last weekend was huge because the Chiefs needed to win, and they did, and the Raiders needed to lose, which is what happened. And so we leapfrogged to the #2 spot because we swept. I say we, the Chiefs swept the AFC this year, the AFC West, that is. And so now we
by swept, you mean we beat Oakland both times we played them, we beat Denver both times we played, and beat San Diego both times we played them.
Exactly, and that's a very tough division, so that's nothing to just
because that's home and away wins.
Exactly.
We beat them here and there.
Right, and so that was a big win. So therefore, Oakland dropped to the 5th seed, we dropped to the 2 seed, and that's where we land. Okay, so what do we have for the NFC?
On the NFC side, you've had two teams that have really, one team that's dominant and one that came on strong towards the end. The Cowboys are sitting in the #1 spot on the NFC side of the draw. They get a first week bye and home field advantage throughout. You got to go to Jerry World to fight your way through that. Then the surprise to me, which was the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of called them at the beginning of the season. You said they were one of those teams to watch for, sleeper team. They came on strong. They're in the #2 spot like the Chiefs on the other side of the draw, and they get a first week bye and home field advantage for that first one. Now, they would need the Cowboys to lose if they want to keep home field advantage, but the first time someone has to play them, they got to come and play them at home.
Yes, exactly.
So that's good. And then on the other side of that, you've got down there the Lions, Detroit. Good for Detroit to be in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win, but they have to go to Seattle, play the Seahawks.
It's going to be tough.
And then you've got the Giants, who have to go to Lambeau Field. Now, we're cold today.
We're cold.
Lambeau Field is going to be...
They don't call it the frozen tundra for nothing.
My God, you might as well just stick your behind in the freezer
always
and stay
cold.
there. It's gonna, they were talking about -10 degrees actual air temperature when they got to play this weekend.
Yes, exactly.
So those are the matchups. What do you think? I'm curious. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I guess just speaking on the AFC side, there's going to be some really good games. I'm really intrigued by that Miami and Pittsburgh game, quite frankly, because that has whoever wins that game has to play Kansas City.
Right. Okay.
So that's a big circle one if you're a Chiefs fan, because Big Ben at home with Le'Veon Bell, who's been playing great, and Antonio Brown, their big three. That's going to be a big game, and you don't want to look ahead and be like, oh, Pittsburgh's going to win. Miami's been doing well too.
Well, They've been doing well. Is still over there anchoring that defense too for Pittsburgh. So.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good game. But Ndamukong Suh and company for that defense. We'll see what happens. But I just think that that game right there is going to be a big one. Unfortunately for Oakland, they're going to be on their third string quarterback, and there's some momentum taken out of them a little bit, and so they got destroyed against Denver, and so it's going to be a tough hill to climb, and so you got to play on the road.
So who are you calling? Who do you think? I mean, we're a little bit early on this, but
right. Well, I think I will take the Texans because I just think that playing at home and it's not the Chiefs, and so I think they will have a little bit more in the tank, and so I think Oakland will lose in that one. With Derek Carr, I don't think there's much of a question. If Derek Carr played in the game last week, they win that game, and we're playing in Houston. So, but I will take Houston, and then I will take Pittsburgh, and so that's kind of where I think the matchups will be there. And then I guess for the AFC, if you're looking at Green Bay and you're looking at
you're looking at the NFC.
Or I said, the NFC. If you're looking at Green Bay and you're also looking at the Giants, I think it's going to be a tough game. Aaron Rodgers is playing great football right now. We know
he is hot right now.
He is hot, and when he is hot, I don't think there's anybody else hotter than him. So he's got playing with a chip on his shoulder. So I will take them, and then Detroit and Seattle. That actually will be a good game because Detroit has been playing really well. But they have lost their last 3 games, and Seattle is coming in limping in, but I think they're going to give a good showing at home, and so that will be a good one for those guys. But it should be really good matchups.
Well, you know what? I honestly don't disagree with you. I watch the Steelers, and I feel like winning breeds winning, and there are teams that can be rough starts at the beginning of the season, but they know how to win, and they know when to win and what time.
Sure.
The Steelers are one of them. They have just come on really strong. I love the swag that's going on at Miami. Like you said, you got Ndamukong Suh. They're playing a good, solid game. I just don't think that they're going to be able to beat Pittsburgh.
Fair enough.
Which scares me because that means the Chiefs have to have us. We've beat Pittsburgh. We know how to beat Pittsburgh. Our defense is really dominant right now, but man, with Big Ben, that's going to be a tough match.
It's going to be hard.
But we don't get ahead of ourselves.
Exactly.
The other game that, with Oakland and the Texans, here's the thing. The Texans, these are 2 teams without quarterbacks.
Yes.
Oakland is on its 3rd string quarterback, maybe. They're not sure who's going to start. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's Connor Cook. Michigan State Connor Cook. Remember that when they actually magically won a game last year? Connor Cook is their 3rd string guy, and Houston has had trouble with quarterbacks all year. Brock Osweiler got booed out of the starting job. Then the backup came in and did great. Then he gets hurt, so it might be back to that. So you just don't know Brock Osweiler. So at that point, that's a toss-up for me. Honestly, I'm going to call the Texans because I love them, but I'm calling the Texans. And then real quick, on the NFC side of it, Lions and Seahawks and Giants and Packers. I'm just going to pick the obvious. I'm going with home field teams. I'm going with the Seahawks and the Packers. Packers for the obvious reasons. You got to go on the frozen tundra. I'm sorry. I know New York gets cold too. But it's hard to win at Lambeau Field, and especially when the weather's like that. It's just really hard. And with the Seahawks, I don't think that they are a Super Bowl contender, but I think they're going to outlast the Lions, and I think it'll be close. But I got to give the edge to Seahawks. But we'll see.
We will see, and we're going to keep watching, and we're going to continue to give you guys updates because that's what we do. We're really excited because it's NFL playoff time.
And our Chiefs
are right in there. They've got the break that they needed, and so we're excited for them as well. Please continue to follow us on Twitter, OTD_on the deck. She is JRepass_OTD. Type in my name, Adam Mortuda, for YouTube, and just type in OTD in Facebook. We are updating every day, and we're just wanting to give you more and more, and please continue to comment on our posts and watch our episodes.
Only nice things, though.
It is okay if you got an opinion and you feel like you got something to say.
Joke.
We accept that as well. So we just want to say thank you, and we appreciate your time, and thanks for watching, folks.